And 3, 2, 1.
That countdown was useless.
And no, don't you love
Hi
it?
guys.
Sorry about that.
We're trying to figure some stuff out. Happy last Sunday in April.
Happy Passover?
Passover is over.
It's over?
Wait, is it over?
I don't know. I remember that.
Oh no, I think is it tomorrow? I don't know.
Gabriel said he might not be here today.
Don't put me on the spot like that. I'm so bad.
Hello everyone in the room and the chat that shows no one there. I have nothing.
No one has typed in anything yet. What's up, guys? Okay, so we are a little bit late today.
No, we're always late.
We are always late, but we're a little bit more late today.
I had an event to attend in the North Bay.
And also, we were trying to figure out connecting this to YouTube for some reason. It was weird.
Well, a bunch of my connections
Is that you that typed hello?
Yeah. So, a couple things.
David misses the behaving badly.
Hello.
Yes, Big Bucks Bradley is in the house.
So, apparently, remember, last couple of weeks we've had someone calling himself Mr. Badley in here?
Yeah.
And I thought it was just a glitch.
That was too many times to be a glitch.
Well, I thought maybe the system was having some issues. Turns out the issues weren't with the system, it was with someone else. They had created a duplicate account and they were trolling us. And so producer Jace, who is one of our secret moderators,
stepped in.
Secret moderators.
Secret as you expose him.
Secret moderators. He went on and deleted their account. So.
Do not disturb?
Yes. I think so. Let me double check though, because you know me. Yeah. See?
Okay. So.
Anyway, so we figured that out and we deleted the Mr. Badley account that was trolling us because we kept getting all these weird and I'm like, I'm not typing this. And I thought maybe it was a glitch because normally if I type something, it used to say Mr. Badley, but the glitch is a glitch is a witch is a glitch.
Yeah, I knew it happened too many times to be a glitch.
Yep.
So what's going on, everyone?
Welcome to
Are you on Facebook
Millennial
too?
Boom. Am I what?
On Facebook too?
No. Oh, yes, we should be.
Okay.
It doesn't look like it though, but yes, we are on Facebook. We've been having some weird issues. I was on the phone with the company the other day, trying to figure out some of the issues, and I love it. I love it when you deal with an issue and they say, "Oh," and I kept getting an alert that says, "Sorry, it's not working right now." And so now
when you say company, you mean with Restream?
Restream.
Yeah.
So and of course you can't talk to someone; you have to only chat with them. I really don't like chatting with people for obvious reasons. So after going through all that, he goes, "Okay, let's do a live stream test." And so if you look, you'll see some like weird live stream tests back and forth. And it said on the bottom, "Sorry, we can't connect right now." And so I said, "Well, there it goes. It says can't connect." He goes, "Well, turns out that the can't connect was on Instagram side,
not on Restream."
So he says, "Well, I can't fix it."
Yeah, we're trying to figure out how we can also go live on Instagram as well because now we have the option, but we haven't been able to figure it out. So.
Well, their setup is supposed to be pretty easy, but when I try to connect to their setup, they're supposed to be pretty easy. It doesn't want to connect. And I can't make it do what I can't make it do. You can't control what you can't control.
This is true.
So.
Wow, we got a quiet crowd tonight.
They're very quiet. Where is well, no, we got Big Bucks though. He's like, "What's up?"
Big Bucks is in the house. I know. I saw him earlier.
Yeah, it's like we only got 3 people chatting right now. The host, David, and Big Bucks.
David, who misses behaving badly.
Well, I'm still here. Go to MrBadley.com. This video's there.
Mr. Badley.
Working on some new. We're trying to get some new stuff up and running, but that requires a little bit of finances, which we don't quite all have right now. But we're working on it.
A work in progress.
Work in progress. But if you're here, if you're on Twitter, please feel free to jump in the chat, type something so we know you're there. We'll know because on my screen it shows me what platform you're from. I want to welcome everybody from Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter or X.
LinkedIn too?
LinkedIn too, but I don't see anybody from LinkedIn as well. So look at the sun.
Oh, we have the sunset. What did you just do?
Nothing.
We have the sun setting right here in our window.
I was scrolling through YouTube Shorts, which I usually do for entertainment, and was wondering which of the videos do you think are staged? You know what? I'm glad you brought that up because that's an actual good conversation. I have been on a little bit of a tangent lately.
Yep, with the dollar bills, yo.
Over the fake videos, and we talked about this a little bit last week.
Yeah, with the fake money.
A lot of it. I would go in as far as to say that 98% of every video on Shorts.
98%? That's a lot.
Yep, I know.
I don't watch Shorts. Is Shorts kind of like Instagram Reels?
It's only a minute. A Short is 1 minute only.
Okay.
So, and of course, that's not my expert opinion. However, so on some of the Shorts, you'll see people that are giving away money. And what I did with the money is when I look at the money is I take the shot and I freeze frame it when they're handing out money, and then I'll crop it and zoom in to read the serial number on the money. And only out of all the videos I watched, only one of them had a real serial number, so I thought.
So you thought.
So I thought, until I looked at it closer, and I realized that on the back of the money, it has some words written in German. Mm-hmm. Remember I showed you that?
Was it German?
It was German.
Yeah, you showed me.
And we translated it, and it said it said invalid.
Yeah.
In other words, it's fake money. So what they're doing is, and this is what makes it. I mean, I get it. They want to generate revenue by having people there. And if you hear a buzz in the audio, we don't know where the buzz is coming from. We've been trying to figure it out for the last half an hour.
That's another reason why it took us so long to get on.
I think it's our whole house is static charged. I think the electrical static charges.
Most of our place is carpet.
And carpet, so we get a lot of static here, and the moisture from the fog and whatnot. So back to what I was saying. What was I saying?
About the money. You zoomed in and said invalid.
It said invalid. But what they're doing is, so they are pretending to give people wads of money. And what caught my attention was at first I really was like into it. Like, oh, wow, that's pretty cool. Dude is giving away money. You know, because you look at it as like, wow, look at all that money. He's giving it away. And then one day, and this is what triggered it, he gave money to a girl, but she was already wearing a microphone.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute.
And I think it's unrealistic when, like, because the money was also, like, in the seat next to him, the passenger seat next to him, but there was, like stacks of money. And I'm like, that is so unrealistic. So for me, when I watch a video and there's like a lot of money, I automatically think it's fake.
Well,
automatically.
You want to believe that it's real because you want to believe that it's real.
No. You know why I don't want to believe it's real?
19.
Because why would someone be so dumb to have their open convertible with a bunch of money? And I guess it's because I live in the Bay. Because if that was in the Bay Area,
you'd be jacked.
They would get jacked.
They wouldn't even make it down the street.
Maybe I'm thinking to myself, Bay Area mentality is, why would you do that? That's dumb. You're about to get jacked. So I'm thinking it's got to be fake because no one in their right mind would drive around with stacks of money.
But you know what? You're a reasonable thinking individual.
Mm-hmm.
You're a reasonable thinking individual. So
aren't there a lot of me out there?
No, clearly not. Because dude has, and on Twitter or X, he has 19 million followers. Mm-hmm. I think TikTok, he has 19 million followers. So if you do the math, if he puts out one fake video giving away a stack of fake money, he may get 3 or 4 more visitors who join. But the 19 million that look at the video, it goes viral. Mm-hmm. They make money off of it.
And he makes money off of the views, the likes.
So the person who's really getting rich is not the person that he's handing money to, because the money clearly it's him, because he's getting all these views from fake money.
So let me ask you a question then. Do you think when people post those videos, do you think there should be a little disclaimer there?
There should be a disclaimer, but if you did that, then who would want to watch fake money being given out?
Well, some people don't read the captions. They just watch the video first and then they read the caption.
I'll ask you this again. Who wants to watch a video of fake money being given out? You want to believe that it's real. You want to cling to something that you think is real.
I don't want to believe it's real.
The average person will think it's real. Clearly, if you got 19 million. So here's where I have a problem with it. Here's where I have a problem. And there's like 5 or 6 different. There's some woman named Sasha. There's Mr. Thank You. There's about 5 different individuals who do this same thing where they give out money. And I looked at Sasha's website. Her money, fake money. I zoomed in on the money, still fake. I looked at the other guy, Mr. Thank You, money. And then people argue that they're only showing fake money on the video so they don't get robbed, and they give the person real money later. Yeah, that's crap. I don't believe that either.
I don't believe that. I don't believe
but
that.
But people want to believe what they want to believe, and you can't take that away. So
that's why I think that when people get their news from social media only, they get their news. It's what they want to believe.
Hey, Felix, I'm down with it. We should go back to the 70s and 80s and 90s when we didn't have all this.
Oh, I'm down with it too. I love.
So back to Big Buck's original question. And maybe my number is high, but if you look at a video and there's another camera videotaping another camera, then there's a very good chance that that's fake. Because no one just has a camera that's just happens to, as a journalist and as a photographer and more than 30 years of shooting video and taking still pictures, there's no reason in the world to have a camera of a camera of a camera. Mm-hmm. So if there's a camera showing 2 people, and I saw one that we weren't sure about because it looked like they blurred the faces. Mm-hmm.
So yeah. That video where she catches her, she sees her guy that she goes to the Airbnb.
She had a person that was walking with the phone recording the thing. He busted her in an Airbnb, but they blurred the faces so you couldn't see who they were.
And it was just the one camera shot.
Just the one camera shot. So they weren't. So if you see, here's a good way to tell if it's real or if it's fake. If you see a cutaway, chances are it's pretty much staged.
Yeah, it's been edited too.
Now what's a cutaway? So if I'm talking to Diane, now in the film industry, you have multiple cameras. So if Diane and I were doing a film right now, they would have to set up with her, the camera facing me, and me having a conversation with her. Mm-hmm. And then once we're done, they have to stop the camera, flip it, and then have the same conversation with me or with her. So her face is not showing. Driving in cars, when I worked in the film industry, to shoot a scene in a moving car, you normally, and if you want to have like the guy talking to the other guy, you have to shoot that 3 different ways. You have to shoot it point of view from the driver's point of view, mm-hmm. and then you flip it around. You go back, redress the car, relight it, and flip it around for the passenger's point of view. That's an edited shot. In the news industry, we normally have a 2-camera shoot. We have a camera here and a camera here, and that way you shoot them both at the same time. If you don't have 2 cameras, you have to reposition the camera and shoot all over again.
Every single time, yeah. So you can't have like a consistent shot, like a consistent what is it, like a scene?
Yeah.
Consistent scene. My thought when I look at social media, this is just me. I think of it for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah, so
entertainment purposes only. I don't like if I follow a news network like ABC News or like any of the other news stations I've worked for, and I follow it. Okay, I know because I've worked in the industry. I know how news and social media works and how the decision making behind putting things on social media. So I know how that works. So I will find those sites credible. But when it comes to like any just random person's page, entertainment purposes only.
So look at it like this. If you log it in and you can see if there's more than 2 cameras, like let's say I'm holding the phone like this, right? Mm-hmm. But then there's a camera behind me showing my phone pointing at you.
Yeah, that means someone else is recording you.
Yeah, that means it's staged.
Yeah. Unless you don't know that they're recording you, but see, okay, so here's one thing. If you're recording me and someone is behind you recording you, but you don't know, like you're trying to like play a joke on me, right?
Right.
And there's someone behind you shooting the entire thing and you don't realize it. When we finally put that together as a reel, of course, then you would know that it happened. But then you turn around and you're like, oh my gosh, you were recording me too? Oh, okay. Then it's like a different.
See, keep in mind, a lot of people want to be on TV on the internet. They couldn't be on TV a long time ago. Now everybody has a little shot.
Everybody has a chance
to be on something for fame. And all you need is one good video to go viral. For example, Diane and I did a video about Disneyland. Wasn't staged. Wasn't in a way bit stage. We decided that we had already bought the tickets to Disneyland. But we decided, you know what, we got these old tickets. Let's see what happens. I mean, the worst they can do is say no, but we already got tickets, so it doesn't matter. We were shocked to find out that the tickets were good and we could use them.
Mm-hmm. We didn't end up using them.
We didn't end up using them. We still have them. So at some point we could use them, but we have no reason to right now.
Yeah.
So we did a story in it, and if you go to TikTok, which I put it on, it got 673,000 views. And then it just stopped. It leveled off at 673.
You're still getting some views on Instagram.
Well, only because I've been trying to push it more.
Oh, okay.
Still, it drops off. Now, remember, here's the funny part about when we do our videos. A lot of our videos are pretty much real. We fake it every now and then, just like to have fun.
What usually happens is we end up having some situation that that happens in real life.
Then we try to reenact.
And then we reenact it because we're like, oh my gosh, that would make such a good reel.
And then it turns out, but the funny part is, so we did the reel for Disney. 600,000. It was the first time we've ever seen it done with the old tickets. And there's a guy who follows us. I know he follows us. He did the exact same video he had tickets for Disneyland. Mm-hmm. And he got 8 million views in 8 hours. And we got 674,000 in 8 months.
Well, and the sad part is we see this happening all the time. We see people copying another person's content. Remember the example of the couple, their stuff is so funny. They play this like certain music, and that's how you know that it was copied. But they play this certain music, and the lady always like tries to steal her boyfriend's sweatshirt or his food, and she does this thing where she walks backwards.
And she's floating through the air.
Yeah, she floats in the air, does a little twerk, and it's all very quick. So it's like fast forward or rewound, like
it was pretty
really
funny
fast,
and very
funny.
original.
Or very
until
original.
It wasn't anymore.
Until we saw a bunch of other couples doing it too, using the same music and doing the same kind of like, they maybe put a little bit of their spin on it, but it looks very similar for the most part. And I'm like, this is the bad part about being creative online, is that it's not necessarily your own, because someone can go and copy it and then make adjustments to it, and they can end up getting more views or more likes or going viral.
You know what I heard
right?
is going on? Some people will do something really original on social media. Someone will steal their idea and they go back and copyright claim against the other person.
Oh, that's shady.
Yeah, so theirs gets taken down.
Oh, that's so shady, but there's no proof that the other person's stuff was put up. Don't they look into that?
Not always.
Who are these people that investigate the copyright?
Bots.
No, they need to be real people.
Can't hire real people.
Oh, gosh. This is why I'm not active on social media as much. To be honest, I got very tired of it.
Remember back in the day when we wanted to make a phone call, we had to either wait till we got home or we had to look for a phone booth?
Yeah. Not anymore.
Not anymore. Now, it's like...
Now you don't even do phone booths.
Yeah.
To be honest, when I used to use a phone booth, I didn't even think about how dirty the phone was.
No one thought about how dirty the phone was.
Now I'm like, ew, that's so gross.
But do you remember when you went to a phone booth? Now, you might not remember this, but I remember at one time they went to the phone booth and had, this phone could be monitored by the FBI.
Oh.
And like...
Because drug dealers would use
payphone,
they would get the pager, use the payphone to make their call.
What's up, Mr. Anderson? Mr. Anderson.
Welcome to the internet.
Yeah. So the internet has kind of made a bunch of more people idiots. People have become, because of social media, and this is I'm going to put myself on a pedestal for a second, people become more angrier. And nobody wants to call 911 anymore. They just want to record it.
Yeah.
Everything needs to be recorded. Nobody wants to call and help the person. The person's on the ground, gasp for air. They record. I've seen videos.
The seconds of like the recording could have saved the life of a person.
I saw a video once where a cop ran after a guy, tackled him to the ground, was wrestling with him, and a guy ran all the way up the block. I thought, oh my God, he's coming to help. Right? He ran. He literally, you see him in the background running towards it. He runs up to it, takes his camera out and puts the camera right down in the cop's face and says, "What are you doing?"
Wow.
He ran a block just so he can have that video. And the crazy part is someone else was already videotaping this whole thing as he runs up the block.
Yeah.
It's like, So
because they obviously are recording the guy doing it.
And if you go to events, this is what you see. You see something going on. Guy getting his ass handed to him, and people are all like this, just all recording it. You know, can you imagine in the future, like 1,000 years from now, when some other civilization finds our cell phones, figures out how to boot them up, and they think, man, they were really violent back then. It was a violent world.
Mr. Anderson, yes, I'm an 80s baby too, and it was a great time to be born. I agree. It was a great time to be born.
I think
things were so simple.
Social media is a blessing and a curse all at the same time.
Yes, I agree.
Because if people are abusing social media, the abuse makes it a problem. Mm-hmm. If you're using it for what it was intended for, then it's not a problem.
But that's with everything,
right? With everything.
That's with everything. Right. People always find a way to take advantage and abuse whatever system it is and actually turn it into something bad.
Mr. Big Bucks Bradley, born in 1981. You know,
nice, 1981.
You know, in 1981, I was.
Ooh, see this.
Mm-hmm.
In 1981, you
I was graduating from high school for the 5th time.
What? 5th time?
Well, because on Twitter I was born in 1896.
Oh yeah, okay.
So every.
So you went to high school every 4 years, you graduated, and then went to high school again, and then graduated.
No. Thank you, Mr.
Thanks,
Anderson.
Mr. Anderson,
for the $5 super chat. We appreciate it.
Here's a question along with it.
Do you think social media is creating the wild stuff that's going on?
Campuses right now with all the Israel protesting.
So, I'm going to take a deep breath.
Creating the wild stuff.
I think people generally think they have a reasonable reason to.
Big Bucks Bradley with the $4.99.
Woo, thank you.
Big bucks. Thank you.
Wait, what is this? What is this? What do you call it? Are we on Price is Right where you bid $1 below?
Well, that's actually a penny.
And the actual retail price is
$4.99.
$4.98.
He said Mr. Anderson outdid me again. Well, technically, Mr. Anderson went first. So Big Bucks Bradley. 1980s was a great time to be a teenager.
Wait, I'm going to answer this question.
In 1985.
Do you think social media is creating it? So I think it's contributing to it because it's viral, number one. It's attracting more people, number two. But sometimes you have people that will show up for an event and protest, not because they want to be part of the protest, but because they want to be part of the chaos.
That's true.
And you got to keep in mind who's here for the chaos and who's here for the real protest.
Well, and a lot of people are using social media to spread their message, whatever that message may be. They're using it to spread a message. So in actuality, yes, I think social media is. I think that with social media in general, it makes it more when you had protests back in the 70s and the 80s. This widespread coverage would be because of like the news or something, right? And now it's the news and social media, but I think it's more so social media because a lot of people have these.
Here's my complaint with social media. You know my complaint already. Here's my complaint with social media. People are now going to social media for their news. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's where you should be going for your news because a good percentage of the news that's coming to social media. You remember the game Telephone?
Yeah.
Where as the information is disseminated, the more down the line it goes, the worse it gets.
Yeah. The more like the message isn't the same.
So I'll go back to when Instagram first was created. All their videos were 15 seconds. 15 seconds, no more, no less. It was longer than Vine. Remember Vine?
Vine was 6 seconds, I think, yeah.
Instagram was 15 seconds. And I called it 15 seconds of bullcrap because people would make an end based on that 15 seconds. They don't know what created it, what was the cause, what was the cause and effect. All they know is that that's what I saw, and I am going to draw my own conclusion. Right now in this world, everybody, and I say this, everybody is pretty much drawing their own conclusion. Case and point. The video I shot in Costco, where we were cut off by the family, the versions of that became so, I don't know, I don't know what to call it. It was so viral. 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 It was so viral.
Oh yeah, that was bad.
The version of that became so out of control.
Yeah.
That I literally had to go on and write a dissertation
about what happened.
What exactly happened, because so many people had drawn their own conclusions.
Yeah.
And their conclusions were totally wrong.
And their conclusions made him look like a racist.
They made it turn into black versus Asian.
Yeah, which
it wasn't even
I'm
nothing
sorry,
like that.
But I'm so tired of seeing that narrative. Yeah. I'm so tired of seeing that narrative, especially as someone who is both black and Asian. I am so tired of it because it hurts my heart when people make up these stories and that's not even what's happening.
It's funny because Diane is half Asian.
I'm half Filipino.
And they think that I'm anti-Asian. And they do it because they just want to grab attention. And so I say, look, this has nothing to do with race. I don't really care if the person was in a gorilla suit. They cut people off, not just me. And they go, then they go, well, why were you recording in the first place? That's creepy. I'm a journalist. I'm a video journalist. We tell our stories through video. Whenever I go to that Costco, it is chaos from beginning to end. It's chaos. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to put my camera on and let it roll while I'm walking around and just see what I get.
Yeah.
Because there's
something always happens.
And I had a video. I didn't show it. And I'm not going to show it, of a woman who climbed in to the meat section because she was trying to find the meat she wanted. She literally climbed in to the meat section. Costco.
When?
At the same time I shot the woman that got cut off.
Oh wow! By the way, I rarely go with him to Costco. I mean, I will go with him to Costco. I have no patience for Costco.
And then she went in, took the meat out, climbed back out.
And she had her feet and everything.
And had her feet in there. She had her feet in there, and we're not gonna go into anything about. Thank you, William.
Oh my God.
And I knew.
Thank you guys.
And here's
why.
Here's why I did not show the video.
Oh, Big Bucks Bradley, night everyone. See you next Sunday.
Oh,
you're leaving already? All
Big
right,
Bucks Bradley.
Are you imitating me? Really?
Right.
Good night, Big Bucks Bradley. Thank you for joining us. Mr. Anderson says you need to post those videos. They need to be called out for thinking that's okay.
No, here's why I did not post the video. You ready for this? Because she was Asian.
Oh, and because you got so much crap about the...
Because I didn't want to post it because they say, oh, now you're just picking on Asian people.
Yeah.
No, I just happen to be in South San Francisco, which...
And that's true, though. People will say that about him because I've seen it happen so many times. I think people have to also realize that, I think you were going to say, the Costco we go to, there are a lot of Asian shoppers. We live in
We live near Daly City.
We live near Daly City. We live near Daly City, but we also, there's just more, there's more diverse Asians in this area that we live in the Bay Area. And so, that Costco just happens to have a lot. And whenever we go, I just feel... When you go, and because I, again, don't really go with him that much, but when he goes and he sees something, and if it pertains to someone of a certain race, people will call him out for it even though it's not about race. I don't understand how someone can make everything about race.
So going back to this whole story, so she finally comes out of the thing, and then she's looking at the meat she wants. Then she realizes after all that, that's not the meat she wanted. So she put the meat in a different section. Mm-hmm. And then I said, that's not where that goes. Put it back where you got it from. Mm-hmm. Right? And she looked at me like I was crazy. I'm like, you already had your feet in there.
No one else saw this?
Oh, they saw it. And, Costco has a live and let live philosophy for their employees, for their workers, for the people that come in. You can pretty much take a poop on the floor and they'll just clean it up and say, you know what, we hope you have a better day.
Oh, but that's not sanitary.
They're taught to just, you can't. The customer is always right mentality that they have there. Mm-hmm. Now, I know one of the managers, and I told him, I said, the thing I get the most is not the racism part, but how dare you record in there? That's a private property. You can't be in there recording. He looked at me and goes, they never heard of the freedom of the press? You can record all you want to. You can do whatever you want. I can't stop you from recording. I'm like, well, I just want to verify because I get so much grief of, how dare you? I mean, if you really look at it, people we had a guy at 420.
Oh yeah, he got really mad.
He got really mad because he says that in California law, California law says I don't have to be. I can't be recorded in public.
You need to give permission.
I need to give permission to record him.
He doesn't know the law.
And so I'm like, you know what? And I almost went ghetto on him because I was like, so what you gonna do if I don't move? Or the people who say, I'm gonna talk to your boss, and I give my business card, and then they call me, and I said, wait, hold on. Hello, I'm the boss. Oh, now you're just playing around. What's your real boss's number? Okay,
it's me.
It's really me. I'm really the boss. Nobody would believe I'm the boss sometimes. They're like, wait, no, where's the real boss? In other words, so where's the white guy? Really? The
kinds of things we hear, like some people don't believe us. Like there are things, and he gets it way more than I do. But like I'm just in disbelief.
My favorite is always the people who I meet, and they're extremely rude. Extremely rude. And then someone will go up to him and says, do you know who that, and I'll hear it. Do you know who that is? And they'll go, I don't care who that is. I don't care who that is. And then they tell them who it is. They go, and they come back to me and they go, Mr. Roberts, I want to apologize for my behavior. It was, and what do I say to him?
Well, I forget. I don't know your verbatim, but.
What do you think I said?
If you treated me like a.
If you treat people with the respect they deserve, you never have to apologize.
Yeah, well, I was going to say something like that.
Something like that. So I tell people, if you treat people with the same respect that you expect to have, then there's never a reason to apologize.
The golden rule.
The golden rule.
You treat people how you want to be treated.
And then, you know what? I hate that phrase, though. Because no one ever knows. Treat people, I want to be treated the way I want to be treated. I want people to treat me the way I treat them. I'm like, well, then, okay, let me treat you the way you treated me. You're not going to like it.
Well, yeah, see, I try not to do tit for tat. Except when it comes to
Except for me, huh?
Felix says hypersensitivity, online validation are just some of the side effects of social media. Oh yeah, for social media, everyone becomes what's that? They get keyboard courage.
Well, you know what's weird though? The keyboard courage has been superseded by public rage. So this morning the phone rang at 9:00. It was my cousin, Sacramento. And she's saying that everywhere she goes, if you even honk your horn, people want to fight you for honking your horn. Mm-hmm. I saw a video where a woman honked her horn because the car sat at the green light for, probably 3 seconds longer than it should have. She blew her horn. The guy chased her. She's driving through Oakland at a high rate of speed, yelling for help, as cars going down one-way streets to try to get away from these guys. And they're chasing her.
Because she honked her horn
at them. Mm. And she ended up driving in front of the police station and circled the police station screaming, ask for help. And then you see the car go driving away. So they purposely...
That's scary.
Yeah. Hi, William, Lynn.
We got two Williams in the house.
Williams. So imagine, in the Bay Area, in California, there's not a lot of people riding around with legally carrying weapons. Mm-hmm. Unlike Arizona, unlike Montana, unlike several states where you can carry concealed without a license. And there's a truth to it that it makes some people say it makes what do you call it?
Why does it say Mr. Bradley TV is now offline? Oh, it just disappeared. Oh, I think our troll is back.
Oh, he built another one, huh? Wow.
Never mind. I was gonna say something, but I
know. Let me. I'll get somebody on it. Keep talking.
Oh, William. I forget when William did the super chat. It says, "Let's celebrate their 10th super on a live stream." Nice. Congratulations, William, on your 10th super chat. If you want, we can help make that to 20. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. So what were you saying again?
No, I was texting Jason.
Oh.
I'm not going to say it out loud. I'll just text him.
Oh yeah, Keith Lee. Keith Lee is the guy he does the food tasting, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
He came to Oakland and couldn't find a good restaurant. Yeah. There. You know what? There is some truth to his story though, because I have a hard time finding good restaurants in the Bay. There are a few that I'll go to, and I can name them on almost one hand. We're slowly getting a bigger list, but after being here 20 years, the list should be incredibly large.
Well,
I have a better list in Philadelphia.
I left for a little bit. We had a developing list in Arizona.
We had a good
too.
list in Arizona. Oh yeah, we could. There was some really good places. Stanley, did you learn a lot of penal codes in your years of career? I learned not as much penal code as I did traffic codes. I did learn penal code though. Don't get me wrong. Like 187 is murder. 192. I think. What's the one for? What's the one for? When I say they're a sexual predator.
Oh, I can tell you.
Yeah, I forgot which one it was. So that Mr. Badley handle is not you guys. No, it is not. We have some guy who keeps creating a Mr. Badley TV page to mimic what we do. You can tell from the space, because I don't have the space there. So the space is an individual, is a way to figure out that it's not me. Mine is all one word.
I'm trying to find the penal code.
Hold on. What's the California penal code for a sexual predator? I think it's.
Suspicious person is 1066.
No, there's one for. No, it's not us. Please block and report that profile, Jace. So Jace is there using Mr. Badley TV.
So he's saying please block and report that profile.
Yeah, I'll try it.
It's funny because it disappeared in the YouTube chat almost as soon as it appeared.
Yeah. What is it? Well, 190. I forgot the name of it. I'm sitting there getting stuff. But yeah, I did learn some penal codes. But there's one for. I usually can. Now, if I was like in the middle of a situation where we had a conversation,
yeah,
it would just come right out. But they have one for like if you're a convicted sex offender.
I don't even see that on here.
Yeah. Person
has felony record.
Thank you, Betty Veronica. What do you see? What's the number you see?
Person has felony record, no wants. 1031F. Thank you, Betty Veronica.
People of all stripes must misbehave. Stanley is watching. Personal responsibility beats entitled narcissistic. We appreciate you. Thank you. So my whole thing is So there's a code for it. I can't think of it.
Yeah, there's a bunch on here I have. Let me see. Wait, this is radio. Oh, here, commonly used penal codes. Battery? No, wait, what are you looking for again?
For sexual,
I got lewd conduct, indecent exposure.
No, there's a penal code for people who have been convicted. A convicted sex offender. Is P92 or something like that, or?
No, these are just numbers.
Hold on, I can tell you real quick.
Everyone's like, yeah, homicide is 187. That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I tried. William Lynn says your account has the space between Mr. and Badley TV.
You know what? It's 667 PC is state prison fine. Oh, 290. So 290 PC is sexual predator.
Oh, yeah, I don't have that on here.
Yeah, so I just had it right here. So here it is. So 290 PC are those convicted of sex crimes and certain other offenses are required to register as a sex offender with local authorities. So I learned about 290 PC.
This one is Stanley. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the weird part about it is the one that came on here, it looked just like that one.
Yeah, it did look identical.
It looked exactly like yours.
Was there an extra space though, maybe?
No, I don't think there was an extra space.
Okay.
That's the weird part. But what I've noticed is that it looks like yours, but it immediately disappears in the YouTube chat.
5150 is another one. That means you're crazy.
Yeah, 5150.
Or 647F.
5150 here says mentally.
Yeah, crazy.
It says mentally disabled subject.
Mentally disabled. Well, they don't call it crazy anymore.
No, I know. I think mentally disabled is like the PC way to say it.
So there's also what there's a.
Yeah, William Lynn says, yeah, it looked like the same exact. It looks like it looks like the exact identical thing as yours. I don't think the space or anything is different.
So there's PC. What's another one? 187 is murder.
Yeah, 207 is kidnapping.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
There's a lot.
But the real one I looked at was the vehicle code, which there are a bunch of numbers.
Yeah. What is a vehicle code? What is 10851?
Is that drunk driving?
Stolen vehicle.
Stolen vehicle.
Drunk driving is 23152.
Thank you.
How do you even remember these?
Oh, because you've been doing it long enough, you start to remember.
Like, but the numbers, like, there's nothing consistent with them.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess for the reckless driving, it starts with 231 also.
What's 647F?
647F drunk.
Mm-hmm.
What's the F stand for?
No idea. The reason why there's an F is because there's 647 A, B, C, D, E, and F. So F meaning drunk in public. So there's different versions of it.
Oh, okay.
So they can. So the funny thing about the penal code and the traffic code is that there are duplicate penalties for the same codes.
Mm-hmm.
But now when I say duplicate penalties, I don't mean like you can write it either way. One of them has a stronger teeth than others.
What do you mean by that?
So let's say I stopped you last week because you had altered license plates, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I give you a fix-it ticket.
Mm-hmm.
A fix-it ticket means you go to court, you go get it fixed, you go find an officer to sign off for it, and you go pay, $25 to get it fixed.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fix-it ticket. It's pretty simple, really low key. You don't have to deal with a lot. Just
get it fixed.
Get it fixed.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say I run into you a month later and you still have the same problem.
Uh-huh.
But you had it signed off.
Oh.
See,
who signed it off?
Yeah. Well, depending on if you have friends that are cops, sometimes you can do that. So here's what happens then. You get another citation, but this one is a non-correctable, which means you have to go see a judge, and the judge will cite you for failing to get that fixed the first time. So it'll be a whole lot more expensive.
Will they cite you for falsifying?
Yeah, whatever they decide to throw the book at you for, they can do that. So they can be nice. So your attitude will determine if you get the nice ticket, which can be no money at all, or the really big ticket. Because now there's another thing they can do is, if you're driving down the street and like the guy that we got in the who's racing, so it turns out that his car couldn't pass smog. Well, that's an indication that it's modified. So at that point, they lift it up and they give it to you something called a referee. Referee is expensive. You do not ever want to be sent to a referee for your car because they look at everything they can find wrong with the car and cite you for it. Don't want to do that. So especially if you're trying to defeat the smog. So that's something to learn. Do you? I changed my YouTube account name to William because this town ain't big enough for the two of us.
Because there's also William Lynn now.
William, laugh out loud. I'm gonna change my name.
What?
Oh, by the way, I told everybody we got trademark now, right? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, last week. Yep. We were on for like almost 2 hours last week, I think.
An hour and 90 minutes.
Oh, okay, so all right. An hour and 90 minutes.
No, we're on for 90 minutes.
An hour and 90 minutes.
We're on for 90 minutes.
That's 2.5 hours.
On 90 minutes.
Ow.
That's not good.
90 minutes is an hour and 30 minutes.
All right, kiss my hand. Tell me how much you love me.
Love you. My turn.
Did you wash your hands?
Rude. My turn.
No, this is not my daughter.
You didn't say I love you.
You love me. I love you. Did you get your hand on my face? It smells like baked chicken. What'd you have for dinner?
Was it? I guess it was
baked chicken.
It doesn't smell like baked chicken. I washed my hands like twice after eating.
Mm-hmm. You didn't wash the other side though.
Smell
it's like a friend of mine who goes, "Yeah, I just brushed my teeth." I'm like, "Yeah, you missed a spot."
You say that to me all the time. Anyways, guys.
Woo! Anyway, ooh, what was that? That smelled good. Yes, I want the front of your hand, but not the back. No, that's still fried chicken. That's still baked chicken.
Anyway. I don't smell baked chicken. What is happening? It's just. Producer Jay says, I had such a busy day today. It's just day off, and I had to fix my car. It was a quick fix, less than an hour, but cost me $70. It was a spark plug coil.
Wow, $70. I wish I had a car note. Maybe had cost me $70.
A spark plug coil? How much does that normally cost?
Just to walk in the door, it's either be $1,000. Hey, Mr. Roberts. Yes. Yeah. I'm like, could you look at my car? I'm making a weird noise. No, we can't find the noise, but we found that your flanger is messed up.
Oh, it's like You sound like Friends, phalange.
Phalange. It's like
the phalange.
I hate going to there because when you go to the car dealership or car to get your work done, it's like you go to the hospital, your doctor's office to get a checkup.
Yeah.
And they come and go, yeah, well, your testicular degeneration of polypeptides.
Actually, you should really say things that are like that. Does not make it.
It doesn't. I'm saying it just because I don't have anything wrong. But I'm saying they found something wrong.
So you're saying that you go there for one thing and that's fine, but there's like 5 other things.
They found something else wrong, right? So you go there. Can you do my brakes? And your suspension's out. Your oil's low. Your brake fluid is. I mean, not brake fluid. Your blinker fluid's though. That's going to be $1,000.
Blinker fluid?
Yeah.
That's not even a thing.
When's the last time you checked your blinker fluid?
I don't have blinker fluid.
How do you know?
Because that's not a thing.
Have you checked your blinkers lately?
Have you checked your blinkers lately?
Yeah, I have.
Your blinkers don't work.
I have good blinkers.
Really? Yeah, Betty Veronica Regina Phalange.
Yeah. Our other car, a 23 CRV, since it's brand new, is under warranty for 11 years. So is the other. Yeah. So that's funny though. My car's under warranty, but it doesn't cover brakes. It doesn't cover register. It doesn't cover alignment.
Yeah, my car was under warranty, and then I hit a brick.
No, they should have.
Remember, I hit a brick.
They should have gas warranties. Once you put gas in your car, it's warranted, and they automatically fill it up. Imagine.
No, that's not a thing.
You know who's signed for that one?
Guys, I don't know about y'all, but gas prices in California are like higher than $5.
Remember that gas station in Menlo Park?
It's like $7 something
$8
now. Oh my God. Why?
You know what? For $8, I'm gonna cut the hole at the bottom of my car and be like the Flintstones and be like, yabba 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 doo.
I love the Flintstones.
Cut a hole at the bottom and be running up the hill.
Yeah. Those gas prices.
And get a Brontosaurus burger on the side.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm thinking about Barney right
now. Remember when
the
cartoons were actually fun?
Remember when there were actually cartoons? Remember when you would wake up on Saturday morning and there were actual cartoons?
Yes.
On Saturday morning.
And then you sit there and watch them like this for hours. And then your mom be like,
what is that? Ew, what is
and your mom be like,
what is
are you okay?
That's just such something, and it was on you, and then it was like wet.
It's probably the slobber from you when you kiss me.
What is that? Don't flick it on me. You guys, we can be childish sometimes. Apologies.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I introduce you to Childish Gambino?
Apologies.
Childish Gambino right here.
What? Funny you should say gas warranty. The car started acting up right after I put gas in the car.
Can you imagine if we had gas warranties?
Man, that would be awesome.
You know people would sign up for that? Like gas, unlimited gas for the rest of your life. You just pay this one price.
But what would the one price be, though?
I just made it up. You want me to make
what
a price?
What do you think the one price would be, though?
I would have to be like $100,000. Because nobody would buy it.
Nobody would buy it.
But if you got unlimited gas.
Yeah, $100,000, that's too much. Diane, putting sand in your gas tank improves gas mileage. No, it does not.
Who wrote that?
Felix, he's trying to get me to F on my car. I know better than that. Sugar also doesn't help.
You have sugar in your tank.
No, I can't have sugar in my tank. Betty Veronica says, I witnessed 2 cars running through a crosswalk with pedestrians and they had flashing lights. I called the PD to ask for them to check it out 2 times within 10 minutes.
You know what had to me today?
Yikes. What?
Coming back from the East Bay. You know, right here with
North Bay, right?
The North Bay, thank you. You know that little crossover by the 280 and the 1?
Mm-hmm.
So a guy's coming up from the 1 on Skyline. And, you know, you have a dedicated lane. You come up the dedicated lane until you merge in. He comes up, no blinkers, no nothing, and just comes right over. I knew he was going to do it. So you anticipate that this guy's going to do it.
Yeah.
No blinker, no nothing, just came right over.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I knew it.
You know how you can anticipate when drivers are going to do something stupid. You can sometimes anticipate it.
Sorry, I'm back. Had to put my daughter to bed. Oh, I thought you were going to bed, Mr. Anderson. Why are you apologizing you came back?
No, well, it was Mr. Anderson said bye, but also Big Bucks Bradley said bye too.
He said, "Sorry, I'm back." What are you sorry for? You sorry? Wait a minute. You're sorry you're back?
We're glad you're back.
Yes.
So if there was a gas warranty, I'd pay like a good maybe $5,000 for a gas warranty. No, $5,000's a lot.
So I went to a movie screening today. That's what I had to go over there for.
Oh, we're not talking about gas anymore?
No, we're moving on now because we're getting close to wrapping up.
All right.
It was about anti-Semitism in the school districts out here in California, and it's crazy that there were like it was a documentary that was banned from YouTube because it's so controversial that it's called Killing America.
Oh.
I think that's what it was. Let me double check before I get it wrong.
You should have double checked before you.
No.
Before you said
No. Ooh, I just got 87 cents from Stripe. Woohoo! Ball not control.
Yeah,
we making the big bucks.
Big Bucks Bradley.
Woohoo!
So what? You had a fly? Oh, here, B. Oops.
No, it's not the flyer though.
Sorry.
It's called Killing America.
I just hit the mic. Sorry if that was loud, you guys.
So, interesting movie. It was talking about the Bay Area schools and the level of anti-Semitism in the school districts, and they were using examples of like Woodside versus Ravenswood, which is over in the east, which is over in like East Palo Alto.
Yeah, those are high schools over in over here.
And how that there was no real. Well, you got to see it. I don't want to give away the whole documentary. It's 37 minutes long. It's probably worth watching. It's a little bit. It might make you angry.
I heard it mentioned my alma mater.
It did mention your alma mater, Lowell.
Lowell High School.
And how at one point Lowell had a
lottery based.
It was merit based.
It was merit based. Yeah, it was merit based when I was there.
If you did good, you can go to Lowell.
If you had a certain like grade point average.
The problem was that the only people who were doing really good were, in their opinion, it was a high concentration of Asians that
low.
Yeah,
when I was there, I think I think it was like 44 or 45% of Lowell was Chinese, and then I think like 30-something% was white. Like I remember because they gave us the breakdown when we like got into Lowell, and like I think for blacks it was like 1.3% when I was there. It was very, very low, very low. And I think Filipinos were like maybe like 6 or 7%.
So basically, they're talking about the dumbing down of the school system in California, and that the school districts are literally like letting people pass. So letting people pass even though they don't know how to do the work. So at Lowell, when it was merit based, they were doing really good. Then they turned to a lottery based.
Mm-hmm.
So if you had to flip a coin and see who gets to go.
Is that how the lottery worked though?
Well, it was like, they draw a name.
Yeah.
So then it turns out that you're getting people who are showing up who weren't prepared for the academia of that school. And the school, Lowell, is pretty high up there when it comes to, so the first semester, 20% of the school population got F's and D's.
And did they actually look to see if those were the lottery?
I don't remember if they did or not.
Okay.
But it went from everybody getting A's and B's, and they also lowered the threshold. So, an A was like 85 to 90 to 100.
When I was in school, an A was 90 to 100.
Okay, so now it's 80 to 100.
Oh my God, 80 to 90 was a B, or 80 to 89 was a B.
Yeah, so now 70 to 80 is a B.
Holy moly, 70 to 79 was a C when I was in school.
Yeah. So they basically lowered the standards because they said they wanted to make the schools, and the schools more
diverse.
No, not diverse. Another word I'm looking for. They were trying to. It wasn't a diversion thing. It was like they were just
give more opportunity.
No, they were basically lowering the bar so anybody can get in there. So they're giving out merit awards.
Yeah, it's like participation.
Award. So instead of doing the work, you get a participation award.
Yeah, I mean, like as someone who went to Lowell, like, and at that time it was merit based. And for those that like are unaware of Lowell, I'm gonna keep this short because I know a lot of you guys aren't local. But
she went to Lowell.
Lowell was very tough. And I think for someone who like in middle school before I went to Lowell, I was like very studious, 4.0, salutatorian, like extracurricular activities. I was like everything. Then I got to Lowell, and at Lowell everyone was like that. Everyone was very studious, hardworking, some like in different levels, very extreme. And I think that when you go from like a school where you're like at the top and then you go to a school where like everybody was at the top in their middle school and you put us all together, it can be very overwhelming, very intimidating. And it was also one of those schools where, you know, you made your own schedule. You did a lot of things that were, you were like on your own. It was prepping you for college, basically. And when you go into a school like that and you're like 13, I was 13 when I started high school. So you go into school when you're like go into a school like that when you're 13, it can be a little bit overwhelming. And so I think that when you have people that are not coming, like it's not merit-based anymore and you're drawing a lottery and you're getting people from all over the place, they're coming to that school not knowing what to expect. There should have been, in my opinion, better prep, like better, like, hey, this is what you're getting yourself into. Let's ease you into this. There's like no easing.
Yeah, boom.
There's no easing. It's just like, boom, you're in. You're like, it's intense.
So they threw people into a school that weren't academically prepared. And it showed and so they switched back to
merit-based. There was a big fight about that, I heard. Yeah. I don't know much about it because I think when it was going on, we were living in Arizona.
Yeah.
But like, there was like a big fight about it. And I don't know. I mean, I can have my opinions and stuff, but I'll keep them to myself.
I agree with you, Betty. Our education system as a whole needs major improvement.
Yeah.
And one thing they discussed was that there is a lot of here's the part that got me. So this wasn't part of the documentary per se. Oh, yes, it was. So in part of the documentary, it talked about Israel and Palestine.
Yeah.
But one of the teachers purposely gave false information to her students about the history of Israel and the history of Palestine.
Mm.
And it's like that video I showed you where 2 + 2 is 4.
2 + 2 is 22.
And they were arguing over, and they were basically were ostracizing the teachers. But in this case, she literally gave bad information, and the school district never corrected it. So these kids now have misinformation from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you?
That's really bad. That's really bad.
Right. And but one thing I got from this whole thing was, and I watched the whole documentary, was there was very little mention of the African Americans in the video. It was
in the education system.
It was Jewish, white, and Hispanic.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't even talk about
Asians.
Mm-hmm. Right. And the panel that they had, there was no representation in the panel.
Okay.
But the whole discussion was based on, and I wrote this, I texted one of the guys that was next to me, Lupe, friend of mine, Lupe, and I said that they're still, the African Americans are still disenfranchised. Mm. Because they kept saying social economics, but they will say Jewish, they will say white, but they wouldn't say black. They would say socially economic deprived. Mm-hmm. So we don't even have a.
And that's but you knew that we're talking about black people?
Well, it's vague. It's a vague conversation, a vague statement without actually saying, and there were no blacks on the panel to interject anything. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying there need to be, but I'm saying if you're going to talk about the school districts in San Francisco,
there should be all kind of representation.
Everyone should be dealt with. And and they mostly focused on rich people in Woodside, Atherton area, as opposed to socially economic depressed and over in East Palo Alto.
Okay. So it's like really close.
They're really close to each other.
Yeah.
Overall, yeah.
Media literacy, critical thinking, and civics are much needed.
So they also took math out of a lot of schools.
What?
Yeah, they got rid of math.
There's no math in
schools?
No,
I never said there's no math.
Oh.
They took away a lot of the honors. What's the thing you used to go to when you had math? It was called is it honors math? Or is it something when it's higher end?
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
When you have a higher level of math.
Mm-hmm. In high school, we just had different kinds. You mean AP classes?
What's AP stand for?
Advanced placement?
Yeah. So I think they got rid of a lot of the advanced placement classes.
Oh. Yikes.
That's what the fight has been, to get math back in school. College prep.
So
they want to make it. They said they want to even the playing field.
What did they take out?
Social justice.
What did they take out for math though? Did they take out like calculus, trigonometry?
All that stuff is gone.
Is there still geometry?
I don't know. Honestly, don't know. I haven't been to school in a while.
I have not. I mean, I've been out of high school for more than 20 years, so I really don't know what. I mean, I really don't know what's happening with schools now.
Yeah, if anybody's on Twitter that's really aware of this and you're watching right now on X, and you remember what it's actually called, please chime in. Type it in your text.
What, the math?
Yeah. If you're here, chime in what math they took out of schools in the Bay Area. Because I don't want to get it wrong. And be like, I can't believe you said it wrong. No one wants to. We don't get that much traffic.
Is it San Francisco or Bay Area schools?
No, they were talking Bay Area. So they mentioned Woodside. They mentioned schools in Ravenswood. They mentioned Lowell. They mentioned a bunch of schools.
So according to a KTVU Fox 2 News article back in February of this year, San Francisco Unified School District stopped offering algebra in 8th grade about a decade ago. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, because I did take algebra in 8th grade. Now, low math scores, especially among Black and Latino students, public pressure from parents, students, and even San Francisco supervisors have prompted the school board and district to bring it back. So one thing that I will, and this again was an article, KTVU, February 13th, 2024. I will say, though, what's interesting about taking algebra in middle school is I actually then had to take algebra again in 9th grade. I took algebra in middle school and algebra again in 9th grade, and then geometry. I think it was like second semester of 9th grade. But I basically took like algebra 1 in 8th grade and then algebra 2 in 9th grade.
I took algebra.
Algebra? What's that?
When the guy hits you, algebra.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, they got rid of algebra 1 in middle school. Yeah, algebra 1 is what I took in 8th grade. I remember that. And then I took algebra 2 in 9th grade, and then geometry, like I think second semester of freshman year or something. It's like kind of like a blur, but I think that's what happened.
Okay. Fair enough.
I think. Yeah, I don't, I'm really unaware of like what's happening in schools now. I guess mainly because I don't have kids that go to school. I don't have kids.
Yeah.
Kids that go to school. I don't have kids. But yeah, I didn't realize they took out algebra in 8th grade almost a decade ago. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. But I'm sure there are probably a lot of parents here in the chat that probably feel some sort of way about the school districts in wherever you live, good and bad. There's always pros and cons.
So there's a private school that kids couldn't get into. So one of the teachers up there created a private nonprofit school where she charges $8,000, $18,000 a year for kids to go to school.
What school is that?
It's somewhere in the peninsula.
I hear charter schools are very popular now too, though.
That started a while back.
A good alternative.
That started a while back, but that money is being funded by. It's still government money.
Yeah, but I've heard, and again, I don't know because I've never been to a charter school, but some like friends of mine that have kids that go to charter schools were saying that charter schools have better have better education. I don't know that for a fact because never been.
Well, I always rode the little tiny yellow buses.
Oh, yours were the small ones? No. You're supposed to ride the big ones.
I know, but I kept missing it. I had to walk to school every day.
Very bad inside joke.
Uphill every day to school. Uphill both directions. In the snow, with the wind, with no shoes.
You had shoes.
Were you there?
I was watching over you before I was born.
Creepy.
Just kidding, guys.
All right, guys. Well, for all the 240 people that are here today, we thank you. We've been here for an hour and 11 minutes.
Yeah, we did run. We're closer to 9 o'clock. Usually we end at around 8:30 because we start earlier. So thanks for thanks for hanging out with us.
We're kind of doing it later too because the sun doesn't. This whole house is lit up in daytime.
Yeah, as you can see, it's gotten significantly darker. It was a lot brighter when we first started.
And we do appreciate that you're here with us because you could be anywhere. Instead, you're here with us, trying to figure out if videos are real or not. Philippines has a subject called values. Ask your mom.
I'm pretty sure she grew up with that. Okay, I will ask my mom. The subject is called values. Okay, I'll report back next Sunday, Felix.
Yeah, and don't forget that if you spend $90 million on college, you still got to pay $90 million back.
Plus interest.
Plus interest.
William Lynn says, I attended 7th grade to 10th grade at K-12 powered public school called California Virtual Academy, an online public school. I dislike that school so much. Oh, I never heard of that. 7th to 10th grade at a K-12 powered public school called California Virtual Academy. Huh, I never heard of that. Online public school. So this was like before the pandemic. It was just like online.
I want to get the kids out the house.
That's interesting.
I don't want an online school. I want them out the house. I want them to get out the house early in the morning, get out the house, have your breakfast, get out the house, and don't come back until school is over. Liberal politicians have destroyed the public school system. Yeah, that's what they were saying there too.
That's what they were saying in the what do you call it, in the documentary?
Yeah, they're saying that, and then there's some misinformation too. One guy was like, they got rid of they had the American flag and the pride flag in the room. Mm-hmm. And then one guy was saying that if you saw the pride flag, that it's a constitutional, it's a violation of the Constitution, but it's not. So
is it true that they don't say the Pledge of Allegiance at schools now too?
I don't know. I've been to school since 1896.
Whatever. Yeah. 1896, huh? Mm-hmm. I just remember being in elementary school, lining up in the yard and having to say the pledge of allegiance. I do. Remember we asked that guy like a few months ago. Okay, but I think I messed up one time. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and I always skip that one part. Wait. I pledge allegiance to
I pledge allegiance to America.
No, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
And to the republic
for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. There's that one part though I always accidentally skip. The part where I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. And to the republic for which it stands is the one part where I'm like, I blank out and I'm like, wait, what? Okay, nobody go back and watch this video and see me mess up the Pledge of Allegiance.
I know the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay.
And to the republic, yes, to the republic for which it stands. Yes, that's the one part for some reason that I'm like, I always blank out.
Pineapples don't belong on pizza. Good night.
Felix, I love pineapples.
On pizza?
I mean, pineapples on pizza taste kind of good.
I like pepperoni pizza.
Says the for-profit company is called K-12 and it's an online public school. They require a learning coach, like a parent or some adult, to watch you and make sure you do your work. That's interesting.
No, I want you out the house.
That is interesting.
I want to get up in the morning.
Wait, you don't want to homeschool our kids?
I want them out the house. Get out, go to school. Your bus is coming. Don't miss it.
Thank you, Big Bucks Bradley.
What do you do?
99 cents.
Oh, thank you, Big Bucks.
Thanks, Big Bucks Bradley.
Look at playing catch up.
Look at you.
You still a penny short, bro.
Hey, you beat Mr. Anderson now though.
Did he?
When you add on the $4.99 from earlier. Yes. Woo! Elaine, yeah, it's embedded in my brain. It's funny because I hadn't said it for so long. And then when we had that, I don't know if you guys remember, but there was this guy, I guess someone in the chat had sent a link to one of their friends and he signed on and he went live with us and had no idea, and he was on video and had no idea why he was here and started saying, and he asked him to say the Pledge of Allegiance. What?
Big Buck Bradley said he couldn't sleep, so he put the 99 cents down. I'm done.
Thank you, Big Bucks Bradley. You can go to sleep now if you want. If you still can't go to sleep, just keep pounding out the 99 cents or more.
Or the big bucks.
The big bucks. The big
Bradley.
Bucks, Big Bucks Bradley. But anyways, so all right. Ball's in Mr. Anderson's court now.
I think Mr. Anderson went to bed. No, he's back.
Is Mr. Anderson there?
No, he's there. He says I'm back. Sorry, I put my daughter to bed.
No, that was a while ago, though.
Yeah, it's 20:42.
8:42?
Yeah.
It's like 9:03 now.
All right, fair enough. All right, guys, we love you. You are what you eat. So no rump roast.
You are what you absorb.
No rump roast.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Okay.
Take care, guys. Have a very good week. And I'll remember, Felix, I'll remember to ask my mom about the values class.
Values.
Oh. And I will get back to you next Sunday.
All right. Hey, we jumped up to 261. They always jump up before we're about to leave. So if you're just joining us, please subscribe. Go to MrBadleyTV.org and bookmark it. Donation if you want to for nonprofit. Helps me do more of the story that you guys love so much. It gives me the ability to go out there and do them.
Felix, thank you. He says, I went to Coinstar so I can donate.
Woohoo!
Thanks, Felix.
All right, guys. Hugs and kisses. Yeah, what do you want to say?
Oh, I can't say the word that normally comes after hugs and kisses.
Don't absorb propaganda and you'll be fine. Wake up. Diane, don't let him make any inappropriate
rump roast jokes. I can't stop him from making inappropriate jokes in general.
Inappropriate is my middle name.
Oh gosh. All right.
All right, guys. We love you. We really appreciate you, and we'll see you maybe next week.
We'll see you next week.
Next week.
Oh,
look! Somebody just dumped a 5 on us.
That's Felix.
Oh, thank you. I didn't see that. No, it didn't trouble mine yet. I never get notified that you guys are on. So you know what?
And I have turned it on. Oh, that's weird. Well, Elaine, we're glad that you're here and that you joined us. And we're usually here every Sunday evening. We've been kind of getting on a little late. I think today you good?
So Elaine, go to your YouTube channel.
You done yawning right now?
No. Click the bell.
She said that she does turn on her alerts.
No. Click the bell and say you want it more frequently.
Oh, because I think the same thing happened with Betty.
Yeah, you have to turn the bell and say more frequently.
Oh, okay. So anyways, we're usually here every Sunday.
Gabriel's
in the evening.
Gabriel's not here because of Passover.
Yeah, Gabriel warned us last week that he wasn't going to.
Wasn't it kind of weird not having anybody correct us?
I mean, it was kind of refreshing.
Yeah.
I mean, we do miss you, Gabriel.
No, we don't.
But maybe just like a little less on the corrections next time, and we'll probably be a little smoother.
Yeah.
Just in case you decide to rewatch.
If you don't stop it, I'm gonna come to your house one night while you sleep and cut all your cords for your piano.
I don't think that's how that works. Cut the piano chords.
Yeah. Do you know how the chords work? There's no chords in there. You just jing 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 jing.
What? Jing jing
jing jing jing. Just cut them.
All right, guys.
All right.
Good night. Have a great night.
Have
a great week.
Huh? I thought we removed the pedals. No?
No.
Damn.
No.
All right. Well, now we got to do the breakdown. We got all this stuff set up. Now we got to go and break it all down.
Felix says when Alexander Graham Bell invented the phone, he has 6 missed calls from Stanley.
Yes. Yes. 1896.
Oh, okay. On that note.
Oh, man.
Poor Diane. I know, right, Betty? Gosh. You guys feel bad for me.
You guys should feel bad for me. She beats me when you guys aren't around.
Hey, we don't joke like that, because I really don't. And someone will take that seriously. No, you guys won't take that seriously.
No, they won't.
No, they won't. No, they won't.
All right, guys.
All right. Good night. See you next week.
Oh, by the way, we stopped doing music because people keep claiming music rights, even though I have the license for the music on Facebook only. They say that our voice is being copied. Actually, I am Gabriel. I've been here the whole time.
Whatever, William.
We know it's not.
We know it's not. We know it's not Gabriel.
Yeah.
Because William, you would have been correcting us way earlier. More and earlier. Yes.
Word to your mother, and then your mother, so that's word to me. All right.
All right, guys.
All right, guys.
Pray for me.
Remember, we are what you eat.
Remember, you are what you absorb. He said, and I'm Elon Musk. Thank you guys for all of the super chat donations. We super appreciate it.
Super. Good night.
Good night.